Hello, everybody. How y'all doing today? Hopefully, you're doing all right. I'm doing all right. It's Wednesday. I know. We ain't streamed on Wednesday in a minute. But, you know, people keep saying there's hype on Thursdays, which obviously there isn't. And we've proven that time and time again. So I thought maybe we'll try Wednesday. It's, you know, it's middle of the day or middle of the week, hump day, as they say. I don't know who they are, but they do say that. So, just saying. Okay. Hello. So what we're gonna do today, we're gonna be working on the arena a little bit. Okay, I had some ideas. Yeah, I mentioned them during the vidya, so we may be aware of some of the ideas. Okay, and we're gonna work on those, see if we can't get those to work. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna give it a shot live and in living color. Or something. Anyway, there's a perfect spot for that right there. Perfect. We got some noise. Hold on. Magnum with the resub, 36 months. Good morning to you as well. Fondy, thank you for the 9 months. Says keep supporting creators. I appreciate that. I am a potato. Hello, thank you for the prime. The Boatman, thank you for the prime resub. Coma, 7 awesome months already. Thank you for the 7-month prime. Wild Weasel, 6 months. Woohoo! Thank you for the 6-month prime. And Magnum with 300 biddies. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Do I mean, there's a lot I need. Let's just be honest. let's just call it like it is. Okay? There's a lot of things I need. Oh, something I need is to redo some of this here ready stout. I completely forgot I put that guy there, and I was like, wait, why is that guy there? But now I remember because I put it there. So let's grab some of that. Let's grab some of that. Put that there. Grab some of... Actually, we don't need that at all. Okay. So something we got to do is we got to redo this. This doesn't make sense. This may completely go away at some point, but I don't know. But what we are going to do, you see, is we're going to go like that and that. Perfect. It's perfect. You see? Mm-hmm. And I think I'm going to give a little bit of something like... Yeah, that'll be fine. Because of the wonderful things he does. We're going to go in here. So we're going to go... I want to say here. Like, so is that... Ha ha ha. I'm so good at this game. Like, you don't even know. You know what I'm saying? Ishan, thank you very much for the 2 months. I appreciate that. Hype train. Okay. So maybe there's no hype on Wednesdays either, you know? But a guy's got to try. I got to try, you know? There's got to be hype some day of the week. At some point, there's got to be some kind of hype, right? Like, no? Okay. All right. Okay. Fine. Whatever. I see how it is. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of a diggy down up in here. So what this is going to do, this is that thing I was talking about where if the thing happens to come into here, it'll end up boop at the center. Right? I think that'd be kind of cool. The more I thought about it, the more I thought that sounds like a good idea. Don't I have... I don't. Okay. I'm gonna go grab a bed. I know. It's fine. Ishan, thank you very much for the 100 bits as well. Well, some people are trying to get the hype going. Everybody else just sitting there like, ugh, it's Wednesday. Like, I'm hyped. But what's new, right? So that's gonna go down. And so what we got to do is we got to figure out. So the center is here. So we're gonna go. Let's do. So we. And then I think we're gonna have like a main trunk deal kind of coming this way. You know, we should probably do a little bit of that. I don't know how much. I'm probably not gonna include any of it, but that's fine. Hope all is well with me and Ferks. Yeah. I mean, as far as I know. I mean, she telling stories. You know, she likes to tell stories. I'm just putting that out there. Whoa. Entirely too far. Nice. Oh, how about here? Zert? I mean, that might actually... Hold on. So if we go straight this... Oh, perfection. And then we're going to want to go up, actually. Because the slime we want it, or the cube, we want it to come this way and then drop down into there. You see. And then go that way, right? That's the thing that we do. That's how we do. So very good at it. Oh, hello. Oh. Okay. We didn't see that. That wasn't a thing that we saw. It doesn't exist. Neither does this. That's not there. Don't worry about it. Who is Ferks? She's that crazy lady in chat. That's who Ferks is. And you're saying which one? Yeah. I know. Oops, too far. Ha! So good at this game. You know, this is gonna take a minute. Because we gotta, so this one, obviously, if we put just a bucket of water here, right, it'll just go bleep, straight that way, right? But then we gotta have the one on that side connect here as well, and so we gotta make sure it doesn't like try to come past. But then there's the ones on this side and over there. So, on a good note, we went to Costco on Monday. I'm just saying. Just putting that out there into the world for the good vibes. Because Costco's awesome. So that's that. So we gotta go that. Let's do, I think. Let's do these two first. Get those out of the way, I think. You're going to Costco Friday? Nice. Like I've always said, I am more than happy to support companies that at least, you know, try to do right by customers and employees and all of that. Yeah, Ferk's got a smoothie maker and all I got was Chipotle chicken. Okay, I think that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where? Oh, we went to. Wait a minute. Oh, no, that's fine. Okay, so we want to come up one. Looks like. Tried the. Wait, Costco has beer? I mean, I know they sell it, but I didn't know they made it. Hello? We're fine. Lurking, that's it. Banned. Haha. Perfection. Okay, so those will connect there, and then I think if we come in this tunnel somewhere from this side, right? The side here, about here, then we should be able to tie it in a decent way. So if that comes this way, so that'll go to basically where the torch is. And then if we have a tunnel coming, say here, and then we have like a sign there and a sign there, and we put water here, you see. So then the ones coming this way will get, you know, will end up in this water pulled, and then it'll continue on that way. And these will get the same, right? So sign, water, bleep. Perfect. I don't know if y'all know this, okay? But I happen to be semi-decent at this game. Okay? I'm just putting that out there. Okay? I'm just saying. Dessert? Ooh, hello. Dessert? Ooh, hello. Alright, so that looks like it's actually... so freaking good at this game. I'm kind of curious. Y'all saw what they're adding, right? Like the cushions or whatever. Did y'all also see those are entities? So that should be interesting. Oh, dang. I was... Okay. It's fine. So we gotta go there. Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting to see how those play with, like, all the other entities in the game. Because we all, you know, we know. Especially on servers like this, where the people... I'm not saying people on the server tend to go a little cray-cray with entities and stuff, but I mean, let's be honest. They tend to go a little cray-cray with the entities and stuff. I seem quite good at this game. I should do it as a job or something. You know, I learned a long time ago, I was told, video games will never pay your bills. So, that's advice I've lived by. That's why I got me a sugar mama. Now Ferks is like, wait, who's that? She'd be like, who's that other woman? Alright, so get that there. We need to mark out this other one. I don't actually know where we need to go. So if we stick the Wawa up in here. Oh, look at that. Oh man, right at the torch again. So sign, right? And then tunnel this way. Yeah. Oh, we're so good at this. So close. Nailed it. Look at that. I'm so good at this game. Like it's not even funny anymore. I feel like XP being nice is a propaganda and I've definitely fallen for it. I think the abandoned campsites are a tease for backpacks. I mean, as cool as that would be, like, is that the fix to the inventory? You know, it'd be cool, but like. Like I said, like the cushions could be cool. The fact that you can like place them on like slabs or place them on like what would be really cool is if this is like the precursor to mixed slabs. You know what I mean? Like 2 slabs occupying the same block. That could be cool. Right? I mean, it's not pretty much guaranteed, but it would be cool. Procrastinating cushions? Wait, what? I feel like mixed slabs could be a thing. Like, I don't know why they're not. Is XP a dog or a cat person? Dog. I don't hate cats. Like, I don't hate cats. I don't mind cats. I grew up with cats and dogs. But I am definitely a dog person. 100%. I have a very soft spot in my heart for huskies. But my favorite animal is a white tiger. So you figure that one out. I gave up trying to figure that one out. But then again, if you think about it, white tiger kind of looks like a husky, right? White with the eyes and the stuff, you know? All right, so we're all iced up, right? Everything is icy. Oh yeah. See, this is gonna be a thing. It's gonna be great. You have 3 huskies? Oof. Are they quiet huskies like Bishop was, or are they loud huskies like Bishop wasn't? Loud and you love it? Bishop was very quiet. Yeah. Unless mommy got him going. She had this thing where she would like obviously, okay, when you have an animal, everything in the house belongs to them. Okay, that's just the way it is. That's the rule. I'm pretty sure there's a law somewhere about that, right? So everything belongs to them, including your bed covers, right? And for some reason, every time around bedtime, Mommy would attack and try to take his blanket off of our bed. I mean, his bed. We slept in it, but it was his. And he wouldn't have none of it. Okay. So we've got that. We got to get water and signs. Do we have signs pre-made for things? We have some there. Oop. Few there. Son of a biscuit. Dang it! All to freaking. Okay, we'll just make some money. You currently have 13 cats? That's a bit much. Like, that's a lot of cats. XB has his sassy pants on and is abusing chat. How am I abusing chat? Chat, do you feel abused? Nana, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs. I appreciate that. See, Nana's got hype today. I don't know about the rest of y'all. Okay. I think we're back. I think we're back. Refresh. Refresh, 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 refresh. It's broke. Refresh. Oh, I love our internet provider. They're so great. Highly recommend not getting them. Psst. Oh, that's not okay. Alright, so if we go there, that goes there, then we put a sign here. We put a sign there. Take that out. Put Wawa. Haha. Perfecto. And then sign. And water. What's up, babe?
Hey, babe. Just trying to see if you got your sassy pants on or any pants on. No, I'm going downstairs to fill up my water. Do you need anything?
Nope, I'm good.
Love you.
Love you. I think Perks broke it. You know how she do. Just say. Oh, we're gonna need a sign there. And then I guess just there. Perfect. Now, hopefully, this actually works, because that'd be great. Angel Coin, thank you for the 100 bits. Thank you, thank you. Oh, we need to... Because we can't just have water here, right? Because they'll get pushed and then they'll just kind of push against this corner. So I think we're gonna have to go back one and put water here. So that it comes out, pushes them this way, right? So they get pushed like this. Yeah. Is it super windy outside? What is happening? Oh, it's raining. Oh, nice. Okay. Well, that's a thing. Rain. I'm working on, there's gonna be little traps in this here arena, right? On the four, well, the two ends, but four sides, I guess. And if the cube ends up in here, a new one will pop up in the middle. So it's just kind of like a thing just to kind of keep it, you know. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's the idea, anyway. Oh, that's why the internet went out, because you know, there's inclement weather. Wait, where am I going? I think the slot, I think the thing would make this, like, I think it would make it, but I'm not gonna risk it. So we're just gonna stick another thing of water. That way it definitely makes it. Okay. Oh, it's actually raining pretty good. Yeah. It's doing the dang thing, is what it's doing. Should have grabbed more buckets. Can't believe you had to start your streak all over again. Well, I mean, if you'd show up, you wouldn't have to. Just saying. Just putting that out there. No, I want you on the wall. And you. Noise. Oofta. Yeah, it's coming down pretty good. Pert near raining outside. Pert near. Oh wait, we need one more. And perfect. Did you see the new snapshots? Looks like my favorite update in a while, especially the new cushions are cool. Like we were just talking about that, but I would say my issue with the cushions is that they're an entity, and so you know we could just put water there. Honestly, that would do the same as putting it there. Yeah, we'll just do that. Perfect. So, the day before yesterday, our entire, like, the entire 10-day forecast was, like, it was warm, but that was it. Like, there was some clouds, but no rain whatsoever. And then yesterday, it was, like, 4 days of thunderstorms. So let's see, really? Really? Whatever. All right, so now that I've put everything in already, hopefully it will work. So they should get pushed this way and then obviously go that. And then that will become soul sand, maybe. And then that would just be water. And then they go that way. Your world is going to be super laggy when you update because they will be everywhere. Yeah. Good God, man, there's iron in the wall. You can't just go past it and not mine it. Doesn't matter if you need it or not. Rude. Yeah, I'm gonna go with no. No. That's not a thing. Alright, so we're definitely gonna need a sign there. And then we're gonna have to figure out some kind of sulfur cube containment area. And then I think, oh, we're gonna have to figure out, oh, goodness. How are we gonna do this? What to do here. Although, you know, we might be, hold on. He might have a point. Let's go check on our iron supplies. We might be low. Hold on. It could be a thing. You never know. Let's go see. I mean, we got a little bit. A little bit. There's room in that they're storing. Ah, there is. For more shulkers of iron blocks. Okay, so... Crap, how are we gonna do this? So I'm thinking we're gonna have to use a fence gate with, like, that pulse thing, right? Fence gate. Let's go snag on a fence gate real quick. But what we gotta do is we gotta figure out a way with the stone of red, right? To tell it when a cube goes down to send a new one, right? Because I want it to be like the cube goes down and then a new one is like already on its way. That's what I'm thinking. Whether or not that's actually going to be a thing, we'll see. Hello, Blue Raven. Hey. Have you seen the new cushion? Yes. Have you seen that it's an entity? And again, I'm not trying to disparage the cushion. I think it's awesome. I think it's really cool. I just think it's going to be a lag fest because they're going to be everywhere. And this game already has issues with entities and entity lag and things of that nature. Oh, we're probably going to need more water. So we'll just take an extra bucket just in case, and we can make an infinite source. Yeah, tripwire is probably the best way to do it. Unless well, no, well, that might actually, well, because like I say, we definitely don't want them waiting. So I think triggering it in here somehow, but we'd have to put it up here because we can't put it here, obviously. So it'd have to be up here or there. I think we could. And so like say, as soon as it comes in, it hits that, it triggers a new one to go. Yes, okay. Son of a biscuit. You know, every time I see that, I keep thinking there's like a weird block floating over my base. So if we put it here, the wires of trip. Like so. That pretty much guarantees they will trigger it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. In case you didn't know, we do have a sub goal. In case you were able to help out with that. It is a thing we have. It's just a flat goal. It doesn't change. It is thousands, and we are a fair number away. How many are we away? I don't even know. 500 something away from the goal, but every little bit helps. So if you got that prime, make sure to use that. What am I looking for? Shadow Dragon, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. I appreciate that. All right, Rachel, have fun. Good luck. Best of luck with getting the loan and a wedding venue and then marriage. I mean, what? I guess we should figure out the mechanism first, right? So let's get some rippeters. Let's get some of that. We've got blocks. I'm wondering if it wouldn't be better instead of having, so currently we have that going in a straight line. I'm wondering if it wouldn't be better to have it like come over and then in, because I think if it's a straight line and they're getting pushed into each other, they're just gonna like all end up clumped in like one spot. But I think if it turns, there's less chance of that. I think that might be the way to go. So I think we'll go for that. Yeah. Okay. So that means we gotta adjust our feed tube. And then we're gonna need a bunch of slime, or a bunch of slimes. They're slimes. A bunch of cubes, which means we're gonna cut that off. Go there, and then if we go like that, so they come around the corner. I think that just trying to I'm trying to picture the redstone in my brain. You know? I'm trying to think of where you know. Let's. So we go there. Then we can have this here, because this is going to be what determines how many go through, right? And so if it's a quick thing like that, it should only let one, because it's going to be pushed up against this, right? And it's not going to be able to go anywhere. And then it should open and close real quick, which should only allow one through. But that also gets it to where we can have water coming around the corner to actually push things into this. And then we'll have to have water here pushing. Oh, they're gonna have to get pushed this way. Oof. Okay, so this is gonna have to move again. I just want to try to make sure that all of this is right before we start getting all silly with it. So if that's there, then that. They still get pushed, right? Because we can move this to there. Ooh, nope, not that. That to there. That there. And then water here. So then that gets them pushed here, and then we have water here. Let's get them pushed this way. Wait, then we're gonna have to have it. Oh no. Oh no. Glam Pixie, thank you very much for subscribing. 32 months. I appreciate that. Because we need something here. And so this is not gonna work. Oop, that's not what I was trying to do. Nope, that's not any better. Hello, Glam. I think this whole thing, okay, no, that's fine. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine, it's fine, 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 fine. This whole thing has to come over one. It's fine. should take care of it. So that's there. That's there. They get, aha, perfect. And then that will have a hole here so that they get slurped this way, right? This will have slabs. Well, no, these ones don't float, I don't think. Okay. Okay, I think we're in a good spot here. Okay. So that will be there. We'll have that like that. This will be this. There'll be one of those there. That guy there. Because we just want to, we want a quick, you know? And so we have nothing to test it with. Awesome. Yeah. Perfect. Maybe. Maybe. It might be perfect. Okay. I know that broke all the redstone. It's fine. This needs to become ice. Actually, that needs to become soul sand. The rest of this needs to become ice. Like so. Star Wolf, thank you for resubscribing. I appreciate that. And then we gotta run redstone. Crap on a cracker. And our ice froze. Is that gonna melt it? Water froze. Rather. There. Okay, what do we need? We need I just completely just like every thought I had just like gone. Near the stream, so gonna sound silly, but what's an emote? It's like the emoticons, the emotes. Yeah. I had thoughts, and then I didn't, and so that's where we're at. And so, yeah. I was like, oh, I need to do, and then toast. Toasted toast. Toasties. So we gotta run. Oh, we need, wait, do I have any? Not in there. Wait, I might have some. Would I have put them just kind of randomly? Yes. Yes, I would. We got 12. That's not enough. That's a good start. Wait, do I have string? Ha. goes here. Now, I am worried that there is a slim chance they'll end up in there. Like, because they're going to come in hot, usually. And so they'll slam against the side, and then there's a chance they may end up in one of the tripwire areas, which sucks, but... That's on that block. We gotta go here. And then we have to run this signal to here. Along with that signal, I mean, these two could technically come together here and then this way. And then those, I guess, could come together around here-ish and come over, and then they can come in from the side because it doesn't really matter. But they gotta go there. So I guess what we should do... We're gonna go this way. Well, that's the thing. I don't know if I want to slow them down because they bounce really well at speed, right? So if they're coming in hot, I think the faster they're going, the less likely they are to get stuck. But I think there is obviously that chance, and there's like nothing you can do about that, honestly. So I think that's good. So then if we kind of stair step that way, whoosh, and whoosh. Perfect. Oop, that's too far. Wait, is that gonna... Okay. Ah! Dang it. Dang it. All to dang it. So that's the first one there. So it should be those four there. And then all we would have to do is... Let's put... I'm gonna put it there. That should stretch all the way down. You could use observers too instead of tripwire hooks. I don't think observers don't work on slimes. Or magma cubes. Sulfur cubes. Wow. Yeah, they watch the string direct, which I guess would work. They watch the string directly in front of them. But then we'd have to have observers on both sides. But that would eliminate the chance of stuff. And then we'd have to run redstone around. And then we'd have to account for it double ticking. I think we'll just go this way. We'll see how it goes. We can always adjust if we need to. Oh, I was gonna put, do I have, I do. All right, so that'll reach all the way to there. Okay. And gotta get more tripwire hooks. Wait, what? Okay, how do you make tripwire hooks? Okay. Maybe I should have dug that. Oh, wait, I got it. That's fine. Wow, Pete. All the swear words. That should be more than enough. If I make it honey, I would have to make honey all the way down. Because if they hit the honey and slide down the honey, they're gonna land on the very edge of the block below. I mean, another way to do it is just take out like all these blocks down here. You know? So that's a way to do it. And then they wouldn't have anything to, you know? So. Tripwire. Right, we gotta go. I think we'll be fine. I mean, like I said, there's a chance. It's a very, very, very slim chance. So I'm not really going to worry about it. And then if it does become an issue, we can worry about it. It wouldn't take much to swap it out for like observers or whatever. So it should be all right. What if you put trapdoors on the block above the tripwire? I mean, yeah, that could work. Hello, Whitney. But like I said, I think we'll be all right. And if not, it's like a 5-minute thing to swap it out. So I don't think it's something I'm gonna worry too much about right now. All right, so we're there. Definitely need more of that. Crap. All right, Jeff, have a good one. Good. What's good? I guess this way. Ooh. Okay. Where did I put that other one? I mean, it doesn't matter. This one. Okay. Jake, thank you very much for resubscribing. I appreciate that. So that should work. Let's just pick up that water. Then that and that. That should be good. Hopefully. Water pushing that way, water stream going up. And then they should end up just kind of bloop, bloop, bloop on top. I think we could put maybe a scaffolding. Did they go up through scaffolding? So those two are wired. Now we gotta wire the other two. And I think, like I said, I think we're gonna go out the side. So that one would be like that. But then we gotta connect both. So I guess if that one comes over to a line here. Okay. Knowing a potential problem, having a solution, and ignoring it is crazy talk? I mean, I guess. There's also that whole don't sweat the small stuff, you know? So, I'm just not gonna sweat the small stuff. I'm not much for stressing out over things. Take things as they come. Right, so one more. Oh, wait, let's not turn already. Perfect. It's not about stress, it's about solving problems before they happen. I'm an oh. Oh, it makes so much more sense now. Okay. See, I'm what they call not an engineer. So, yeah. Where do spaghetti and sauce go to dance? The meatball. Ah, no, it's so bad, it's good. Okay. I guess we'll have to just detach that from whatever. It's fine. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Perfect. And then we will zerp that there so we can see. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Nailed it. Okay, I'm gonna be breaking myself home blank in 35 minutes. All right, Magnum. See you later. One more. Nailed it. And that will go there, that'll go there. Dang it. Why did the lifeguards keep kicking the elephants out of the pool? They kept dropping their trunks. Yeah, I don't know that I can get on board with that one. Like the one was like, you know, like I said, it was so bad it was good. But that one, I mean, now is that gonna reach from both sides? It should. Oofda. What is the inventory? What's with all the dad jokes? Like, what is happening in chat right now? Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, perfect. Dang it. Boom. Done did it. Look at that. All right, so that should be wired. We don't have a decent way. And then water goes there. Keith, thank you very much for resubscribing. I appreciate that. And then what we need, I guess we Mazel put some of those in there. We need slabbages. Or do, well, I think at the one is the only place we'll need slabs, actually. Because like I said, I don't think these cubes float. But I do want to make sure they get pulled fully into here by this before they go up. Just so they don't get stuck right there. Yeah. Did I bring any? I don't think I had a reason to. No. So essentially, once we hook this up, this should be good to go. Ideally. Anyway. Hey. Okay. All right, Shadow, have a good one. And Voidsphere. Okay, so slime. Let us test. So that should just end up down in the hole. This, oh, hi. This part I'm a little worried about, but it should work fine. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Okay. And so we'll have like a little backup of slimes here, or cubes, slimes, whatever. And then what should happen is if we toss basically anything in here. Ha! Nailed it. Freaking nail it. Now the question is, what's gonna happen if there's like several slimes in there, or cubes? I keep saying they're slimes. And then if we put like a scaffolding here, will they go up through the scaffolding? Let's find out. Scaffolding. Wait, can we place a scaffolding there? Because it's like floating. What else? There was something else I was gonna grab and I don't remember. I'm definitely gonna need that. Oh, is that... Oh, should we add a start game button that makes it pop up out of the middle? At the start of the game? I feel like that would be not a terrible idea. So I cannot place a scaffolding. And then if I break that one's okay. So that's how I'm gonna have to do scaffolding. But will he go through it? Will it go through it? See, this is why I was like, we're gonna need like a backup of cubes ready to go, because if you had to wait this entire time, that would be painful. Do the geysers go through scaffolding? I don't know. I'm also kind of worried, like, will it end up in here instead of actually going through? You know? Okay, he's ready to go. Went through. It's pulled in. Oh, nice. And then that way he's just kind of, it's just kind of chilling. You know? And then we could, like, if we wanted to get real fancy with it, we could do an armor stand, like, moss bit here. Like, if we wanted to get really fancy. You know? Could be a thing. So the problem with using different kinds of cubes is obviously they have different kind of mechanics, and if it's 1v1, like, you're gonna want to be, you know, guarding your thing as much as possible. And so if you're having to run, and you can't pass this, like, if you're that team, you cannot go that way, and if you're that team, you cannot go that way. So everything has to be hit from here, essentially. Which is kind of why I was thinking, why I had the idea for these to begin with, is just in case it lands in there, it pops back up in the middle here. So But if it starts in the middle, then both players like are gonna wanna, I would think. I'm not sure. Yeah, we're good with the soul sand, the bubble vader. It works. I don't see any reason to like change it. So, like, if it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know. Speaking of broke, we gotta replace our kitchen faucet. So, I mean, well, actually, we don't know that it works. We need... Yeah, and the problem with the log is... we have open sky. So, log wouldn't be very good in here. Right, where? There you are. Put away all the things that I need. No. Ah, no. Come back here. I guess the problem is they're going to keep triggering it every time they go down, so they're going to keep popping up through the middle. Unless we send them through that side. There we go. Plan has been made. Yeah. Okay. Hummingbirdie, thank you very much for resubscribing. Appreciate that. Okay, we have one left for testing. How are they doing in here? So there's one there. Perfect. I'm kind of worried about them clumping here, though. I mean, so far it seems okay. So if we go back down here and say that one gets knocked in. Nice. I mean, that's pretty quick, I think. Right? That's pretty good. Nice. I think that'll work. I think it'll work. Cool. I'm so happy that actually works. Like so. It ain't pretty, but as long as it works, right? Like that's all that matters. Will there be a courthouse season? I have no clue. So I guess what's next is we got to put slabs in here as well as this, and then slabs at that level, just so a player doesn't go in, because you know how people are, especially people on a certain server. What is it? Oh, moss block, moss. Oh, we have extras. Oh. Cool. And I was right as well. They don't float. Some of them will actually float. Like I know the log ones float. So I'm glad these don't. And it doesn't look like they're clumping either, which is nice. At least not yet. Oh, there's a little bit of... Is there two there? No. Good. Good. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that, Randy, but I'm glad he's feeling better. It works so good. So happy about that. See, then the question becomes, do we make the goal the same as that, so it automatically poops one out the middle? This is the question. Hello, Rose. Eagle Gamer, thank you for resubscribing. I'm kind of feeling like maybe we do. Because we could drop it down. And then we could just kind of send the water stream off to like one of the sides, probably just this side, just boop, and then it'll just poop it out in here, and it'll continue on its merry way, and then a new one will poop out here. Well, so the only way, like if you're just running or whatever, you can't go in because of this. You have to actually like shift to go in. So that's, yeah. And like I say, this is going to have slabs. So you definitely, even if you're shifting, you can't go in that one. didn't make enough slabs. I probably have a ton of slabs out here. Or not. Nope. Okay. Oh, these ones I still gotta... Crap. Dang it. All to date. Well, that's kind of the whole point behind these, right? Is to force people to go to the middle. Because if it goes in here, then you have to go to the middle to fight over it. But I feel like it would make sense if it dropped down there. But then again, like in soccer, right? Like if this team scores, or if that team scores here, the goalie collects it and then, right? Isn't that usually how that goes? I don't watch soccer or football, so I don't know. You put it under the goal, you'll have players end up in the middle to get the ball instead of standing in front of their goal. Which, if it, like, say there's ever a 3x3, one person would be relegated to staying within this box. So there would be a goalie. And then the two players would, the other two would be out there. And if it's 2v2, then I guess it's whatever. But to use the bucket, I think we're going to limit the bucket to being inside of this box. You can only use the bucket in here. Because it's essentially picking it up, right? So. And only the goalie can pick it up. Although I guess I've seen goalies go up. I don't know. Hello, Goonie Kitty. How you doing? Anyway, we need to finish working this. Is that it? Okay. Be an extra one in the middle, but that's fine. Well, how would... Oh, so now there's two. Nice. So they just end up inside each other. Getting all friendly like. Oh, what did that do? Oh, I hit it twice and still only one came out. Very nice. Perfect. And then these were on the video. A lot of people commenting that the iron blocks shouldn't be there, but like that was literally just a placeholder, like just a proof of concept. You know? And I don't even know how much or if this game is actually going to get played. So we'll see. Like I said, it was kind of with the way the cubes interact with basically everything. It was kind of just a build I wanted to do anyway, but I'm like, you know, if it's going to be here, I might as well kind of make it a bit of a game as well. So. Someone did have an idea. Oh, actually, let's check that out. Do I have any fences or walls? I do have walls. Where are they? Actually, let's just do like some stone brick walls or something. So someone had the idea, which was actually pretty good. If we take this guy out, give me that, and then we replace this with a wall. Okay, hold on. Dang it all to dang it. I need inventory. That's what I need. Okay. Doing that, and then it's like it's an invisible, you know? But will the cubes hit that? Or, and I just put them all away. Of course they did. So the question becomes, like I say, actually, where did that white carpet go? Because that would make it so I could keep the lines. Uh-oh. What is going on today? So that would make it so I could keep the lines, but also have a bit of a barrier there. Did that. I'm just curious if it actually hits or not. Or if it just kind of goes bloop over it. Ooh. Hmm. But so say you were playing a game like this, and there were things like this, right? Like these little guards. Would you want to see them, or would you want them kind of invisible? You know what I mean? It's a cool idea. And it does definitely work. But I feel like I would want to know where they are. It's a great idea, actually. And it you know, it worked great. So that could be used somewhere. Just not here, I think. I think we just swapped these out for like glass or something, and I was planning on doing that as well. I think. Just having these little corner bumpers. So we'd get rid of these. Just to make it a bit more open in the middle. While still having something there to contend with. Although that looks kind of... Well, my initial thought was glass. But... because there's not really a good slab. The closest slab... like, I mean, I guess... We could try slabs. The good thing about slabs is there's actually a chance it can go over easier. And the only slab I can really think, which I don't have much of, that would work. Uh-oh. So the issue I would have with pale oak is just the lines in it. But that might actually end up looking closer. I mean, we got some. We might as well try it out, right? Yeah, I don't know what's up with their internet today. I called them, like, so they came out into the area at one point, and they said that, you know, we would be experiencing interruptions and stuff, but it's all to make everything hunky-dory A-okay. And so immediately after that, we had massive issues. And so I called them, and they were like, oh, yeah, we see that. That's, we got that. And so they came out, and they quote-unquote fixed it. But ever since they quote-unquote fixed it, the internet just dips from time to time. Like, it just cuts out. It's for like a split second. And so, of course, I can't be like, oh, you know, like... And so I called them again, and they were like, yeah, we don't see anything, so suck it. And that's basically how that conversation went. So, yeah. And they're basically one of those companies that if they don't see it when you call, it doesn't exist. It's like, yeah. And I've dealt with internet companies so much that the first thing I do before I call is I power cycle the modem. I do all the things that they're going to want you to do. And I make sure I let them know that I did all the things that they're going to want me to do. So. But fiber's going to be here at some point, hopefully. So, oh wait, what if we did well, I'm going to say something like that. No. Well, hold on. No, maybe. I mean, as far as like a bumper, that does look better. It actually has like some character to it. Snow layers? Yeah, we could do snow layers. We could try snow layers. That's... I mean, I don't know where I'm going to find snow layers, but... And the sad thing is we have business class internet as well. So, Kata Ono, thank you very much for the gifted subs, helping out with that sub goal. I appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, you can't place that on Really? Really? Microsoft, fix your game. Would you? Although the problem with snow layers is light. Yeah, no. Yeah, we're gonna call it kibosh on the snow layers. This doesn't need to be ice, but whatever. I'm kind of digging that actually. That one. Because if you're running, you know, it's easier to run over. So let's try that with this. See if it does something, if it looks decent as well. Yeah, I'm not hating on that at all, actually. I'm kind of it. I think it looks a lot better. You know? Do plushies ship in August or September? They're estimated, I think, to ship mid-August? Hold on. I will look. Oh, come on. Really? Winnie T Ford with the 87-month resub. Hello. Yeah, just estimated to ship August. So, I'm like 99% sure they're currently in production. So if that helps at all. Yeah, I like that. I like it. I like it. And then once the wool slabs get here, we could see about switching it out for wool slabs. Yeah, I like that. It gives more visibility, which I admit was an issue while playing, but it also gives some barriers that are avoidable. Nice. And then we could do something similar over here as well. If we do... Maybe? Yeah, it's not bad. I think that works. Do you have a viable competing ISP? Not currently, no. One is working on it, and so we're just waiting for them to get their stuff together. We've been waiting on that one for like 4 years, though. 4 years. So. But we're going to be, so like I've said before, currently we have like 840 download and 40 upload, which is just I never understood why they do it that way, but whatever. I digress. We're supposed to be going from that to 2 gigs sequential, which is going to be nice. It's going to be real nice. Oh, look at that. That's I'm digging that. I really like that. I think that looks a lot better. And honestly, here we could even just get rid of the double slab and just do a slab. Actually, no, I liked it better with the double. Yeah, I like that. Coat. I like that. That's really good. It's a lot less barrier, especially for like face-offs in the middle. But if you hit it wrong, it's gonna bounce and hit that and go back that way, which is good. Like that's what you want. Think of them like if you've ever played bumper pool. That's kind of how I'm looking at it. Is like a bumper pool. Or an air hockey where you could, you know, accidentally score on yourself. Which, if that's what you're doing, if you're scoring on yourself, you know, that's hey, that's perfectly okay. I don't judge, you know? It's fine. Safer. Just saying. Especially with that explosive diarrhea thing going around. I mean, it's not transmittable between people, but that's beside the point. If there was ever a reason to avoid salad, or if you were looking for a reason to avoid salad, you have your reason. Feel like Verizon stopped down the street stuck with Comcast? Yeah, so I think the only reason this other company can come, because you know in the US, for some reason they gave cable companies the ability to monopolize an area to where only one, you know, a lot of places only one cable company can have service in an area. Which is so stupid. It's so anti-competitive. But then again, America. Yeah. And so I think the only reason this other one even has a chance, or the reason they're able to, is because I don't believe they provide TV or anything like that. I think they just do phone and internet. And it's not using any of the cable company's infrastructure. And so basically they're like, suck a fat one. We're coming. Yeah. We can get 2 gig sequential from our current company. But we would have to upgrade to enterprise internet, which I am not going to pay these people even more money for faster shit internet. Like, it's not going to happen. Yeah. I mean, I know what the reason is, obviously, because the cable companies, they lobbied and they, you know how it is. This country runs on lobbyists, and so yeah, I understand what it is, and it's also a lot of it's because, you know, they're like, oh, we love competition. Until that competition actually, you know, is competition, and then they're like, no, don't let, no, competition bad. Really? Freaking really? And so anyway, with the new company, It's going to be like a third of the price for more than double the speed. Which is nice. You know, what if we did... No, I still kind of like it better the other way. We could even do... No. I think that works. It's a lot less intrusive. It doesn't obstruct like it did, but still keeps like the general vibe. Yeah. And it avoids the straight shot. Because this area here, I kind of want, like, I want this open. For sure. We could put some more light out here too, I think. Wish it was a decent way to see the light levels. Because it doesn't show here. And we would need darkness. So then it comes. We're back to. Do we add start game buttons? And we need a -1 button. And then do we take this down and connect it to that? So that when a goal is scored, it's just automatically pooping out a new ball. Cube. Thing. Oh, looks like there was some clumping. Oh, there's quite a bit of clumping. I think? Or did they despawn? Is there clumping? I can't tell. There has to be, right? Because they were all the way back here. I mean, still only one comes through, so. Oh, I mean, I guess I do have a few up here, don't I? Yeah. Okay. See, I knew. I know. I was just testing y'all. That's all that was. So essentially what it would end up being is there would always be one there, I think. I think that's how that would. Because even after the last gore, the last gore is scold, the last goal is scored, one will still pop up. Internet company offered us 2 gigs, but we have to have a business account, which is almost double what we were paying with 60% packet loss. What a deal. Yeah, well, like I said, that's what we have. We have business, and we still get boned. So, yeah. But we can call them 24/7, except on major holidays. And we're paying entirely too much. So. I like it. I think the changes we made today are good changes. The very subtle improvements. And it honestly wouldn't be hard to tie this into that. This would have to move down. Which, that's not an issue. I don't actually know if they like accept major holidays. I don't know. I've never tried to call them on a major holiday, so that was just me being. Yeah. You know what? Let's take a look. That would come down, and we'd have water running this way. I have no inventory. What we need is to get rid of monopolies to start and make it so that, because like there are some cities or towns or areas where like the town slash city slash county actually owns the infrastructure, and so there are no monopolies. But in most places, unfortunately, the cable companies own the infrastructure, and so they get to dictate who and what and where things can be done with said infrastructure. And so if we can get it to where the towns, oh wait, that's not what I wanted, to where the places own it like it should be, I think that would get rid of a lot of that anti-competitive BS they're doing. Monopolies in anything is just never good for anyone other than the company that has the monopoly. So. And actually, we would want that. So if that goes this way, we would want it to trigger that, right? So it would come out this way, trigger that, spit a new guy. Yeah. Yeah, that's how we'd want it. Although that limits the space for the tripwires. But how would we throw in the harbor stock tickets? I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like capitalism is it's a big part of the problem. It never worked, not once. It's never worked. The only people it works for is the people at the top. So I feel like that's a good starting point. And then try making companies more responsible for the consumer, the person that actually uses their product or service. Make the companies more responsible for the consumer than the stockholder. I think that's another big part of it. Because basically most companies are like, screw the consumer. We got to keep our stock prices up. Because legally, they have to keep their stock prices up, or they could get in a lot of trouble. So it's just, I don't know. It's yeah. The crap was that? heard that, right? What was that? I have no clue what that was. Lunch talk alarm? I don't know what we're doing for lunch today. Chicken and something. I don't know. What did I... We definitely need water. Couldn't they bounce into the goal and bounce right out if you don't use honey on the floor? Now these ones, so the ones we're using with the moss, they bounce really good horizontally. They don't bounce vertically. So that shouldn't be an issue. All right, let's take a look. So we would have to put... So the tripwires would be on either end at this level. Which means they would slide out under the tripwire. But then... I'd be worried about them double tripping. If they bob up and down a little bit once they get in here. We were talking about an egg bake. All right. I mean, I'm down. I feel like this one might actually take some planning. Rather than just like a kind of off the cuff approach. I mean, it should be fine, right? Screw it. Let's do it. Okay. We have string. We have tripwires. I think that's basically all we need. So like I say, they would go here, which means the redstone wouldn't actually have to go very far. Nice. Oh crap. Always the inventory. Oh wait. Uh-oh. So if the tripwires are here... Oh, no, wait. No, that's fine. No, that's fine. Okay. I got it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Tripwire here. And then... that... I don't have any signs. reading chat. It's all your fault. We don't need any of that or that. So the whole point is to prevent, like, if you're standing here and you happen to bucket the the cube before it should have gone in the goal, there's a very good chance it'll still trigger even though it's technically in your bucket. And so if it's set down lower, I think there's a lot less chance that would happen. And with the tripwires here, that's what the issue was. That was one of the issues. Is even if you snag it out of, it's flying at you, you snag it, it still goes through, triggers it, gives you a point you shouldn't have had. Or, gives the other team a point they shouldn't have had because you technically caught it. So that's part of what I'm trying to avoid, while also having it. See, this is the part I'm stuck on. Doing this means that if a goal is scored, it's going to pop up a new thing in the middle, right? A new cube will pop up in the middle. Is that how we do it? Or do we have it so that the goalie grabs the cube and then serves it? Because doing it this way, every time a goal is scored, they have to go to the middle and fight, and like try to get the cube. You know what I mean? So. So that's kind of where I'm like, we prevent one issue, but I feel like, we maybe prevent one issue, but I feel like we might introduce new ones. Because it would be a face-off no matter what. If a score, if a goal is scored, or if it ends up in here. And that was the whole point of this, was to try and keep it, moving. So I'm actually kind of leaning toward putting it back. And then we could just add a -1, like if you're like, I got it, it's in my bucket, and you can prove it's in your bucket, you put it down, it's definitely in your bucket. Then we just have a button on both sides we could push to remove a point. And I think that might be the better way to do it. So we'll just go ahead and close all this up, actually. I think that's the better way to do it. Which is where we were to begin with. So I don't need that ice, whatever. Can you well, probably, yeah. But I think just adding the -1 button, I think that's just the better. We'll just go with that. We'll see if we can't figure that out rather than trying to add more complication. Because I feel like I said, if you're playing soccer or, like air hockey or whatever, if someone scores in your goal, you then get to serve, right? And so I think we should keep that part of the game, of those games. We'll keep that part. And it could even turn out that this happens too much, and we need to maybe delete or make it smaller. Because the ball is constantly coming this or that direction. So we're gonna it's all about fine tuning and adjusting where adjustments are needed and all of that. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Again, it's gonna need more testing and tweaks. Yeah, people have said it reminds them of Rocket League. Yeah. Oh, we need to redo that redstone. So to add a -1, what we need to do is trip this guy without activating this. Wait. Yeah. And it needs to be a pulse. Hmm. Target block? I don't know if a target block would work. Because we need to pulse that hopper. Just like I think just like a quick pulse, just to let one item out. So we would have to use, or at least maybe use the same thing we used down underneath with the piston and the block and the this. Yeah, I'm just, it'll take me a minute. I should be able to figure it out. I mean, there's only so many things we can do in this current configuration. I mean, we could try a target block. I mean, I doubt that's gonna actually do anything for us, but we could try it. Because I think if we have like a repeater, I think it's still gonna activate that. Then we'd have that. Oh, that's whatever. It's not ideal, but we can worry about that later. Oh. Wait, did that? Oh, wait. Hold on. Did we just... No. Oh, that's too quick. Uh-oh. I can't get a good look at what it's doing. Oh, it's not even... and that's too long. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, it's not even doing anything with that. But what happens if I think it's going to be bad? If that's there, that's there, that's there. It's the same thing. That's too much. Yeah. Yeah, it's not even activating that. Freaking rip. DOXB Nepo me into Hermitcraft. I'll get right on that. We do have another meeting the 7th Tuesday of October, so I'll put it on the schedule. I cannot for the life of me figure out how this is gonna in this current setup. I cannot for the life of me think of how this is gonna go. Hmm. We could move it out, but does that help us? I don't feel like it does. Because like I said, we need this to turn off, and this is the reset. So that's why this is here. Hmm. Yeah, I don't. I honestly, for the life, I cannot think of a way to do this. Not in the current setup. What if we flipped it? Would that help us? No, that wouldn't help us. Because it's all about this torch, because this has to stay powered. Like there's no question about that. It has to stay powered. Because when the shovel goes in there, it has to stay there. Right? So every time a goal is scored, it spits a new guy there, which lights up a new light. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, redstone. Don't you love it? So we would need this to pulse without activating this. I mean, if that wasn't there, boom, right? Like that's cake. Like that's cake. This becomes the problem. Because this has to be on at least 2 to disable that long enough for one item to leave this. Anything shorter, and it won't work. So how do we get this to trigger this? Or turn this off without this activating this? How? Come on, y'all. Y'all are good at redstone, I hear. That's what Ferk said anyway. That's what she said. I mean, do you take that up with her? And stuff. There's gotta be a way to do it. Like there's gotta be a way. That's not. I mean, if we move the reset button, like down here, then that would be down here. That's about the only way I can think to do it. Without completely reconfiguring like all of this. Hello, Lee. I mean, that might work if we move the reset somewhere else and then put this here somewhere. Somewhere. Might work. Somewhere. Alright, let's just take a quick peek-see gander here. So this is all just dead space. Oh, that's not. So if this button would it? I don't think it wouldn't work if this was here. But oh, no, that's far enough. So if that's there, that wouldn't work, would it? I think we need a piston or a repeater at the other end. I don't think this would work. course I can't. Oh. That's definitely not gonna. No. But we can. Piston's there with a block on it. We can pull out this way. Put this block back here. With that. Like that. Right? Well, we'd have to push the button on the other side. So if there's 3, or just 2, whatever. And we go boop. Nope. Boop. Nice. And then, and then we could put the reset right there. And not even move it down that way, I think. No. Yes. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. So if we have redstone repeater. Actually, no. 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 Because this would have to be like down here. And then have like a repeater there. And then it'd have to be a repeater there. And that should be fine. Just like that. Right? Wait, why didn't... Oh, duh. So that may have been fine, but... Like that. Right? Like that's a thing, I think. So that does the cooldown thing, right? And then this, or the reset thing, this does the -1 thing. I think we got it. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. Okay. Anyway. So that does a full reset. Very good. That's the reset. That's just -1. Ha ha ha. Perfection. Holy crap, that was... Oh my goodness. Nice. I knew I could figure. Y'all were worried. Y'all were like, there ain't no way he gonna figure that out. Yeah, look at me now. It's okay to be jealous of my redstone prowess. Anyway, I think with all the internet interruptions we've had today, I think I am gonna call it for the day. Maybe I'll power cycle the modem because, you know, that fixes everything. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed the stream. If you're not following, make sure to follow on Twitter or Blue Sky is the best place to follow. Keep up to date with all of the things. We're gonna go say hi to somebody. Looks like Cleo is streaming. I don't know what they are doing, but it doesn't matter. What are they doing? Adamfall. Oh. Okay. All right. Go say hi to Cleo. Hopefully you enjoyed it. See you all next time.